Strangeness around me feels like I'm underwater. Nothing but the blue moon, sky so dark. As I reach out to you, nothing but the blue moon, sky so dark. As I reach out to you. Strangeness around me feels like I'm underwater. Strangeness around me feels like I'm underwater.
You know what I realized today? I realized I need to shave. That's what I realized today. I looked at myself in the mirror and realized I have got to shave if I want to look like a normal human being. No, it's true. I really do. It's layer upon layer of stubble now. It's just layers of stubble. They're combining into a beard-like thing that I can't commit. So I'm gonna shave and go back down to just, you know, what I normally have, a little bit more coiffed. Tomorrow will just be shorter, that's all. The usual, you know. And this will be back to being like barely visible for about 2 days, maybe. All of. Won't make a real difference, but you know, whatever. How's it going, Gator? How are you and your fleur? Fleur. Yeah, I don't think I can pull off the Grizzly Adams, you know. For the record, I have definitely grown out the beard as thick as I could. So like a long time ago, when I was like early 20s, I was kind of trying new stuff because I was freshly moved out, you know, and I like was like growing my hair long. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try like see what I can do, like a beard thing. And even back then, it basically just kind of grew into a neck beard. Didn't matter how much I shaved this part, this would just only reach a certain point where it was really just, you know, thicker than this, but not like, it would never go out to here. It would just never really start doing that. It would just start crawling down here more, you know. And so then only like 2.5 years ago, I started doing it again just to see what would happen. And sure enough, it gets to about, you know, to like this thickness about here, and then it just stops and it just starts crawling down here, and it never actually goes out like this or out like or anything. It just kind of stops. It looks really weird. So I gave up. I stopped trying to do that kind of beard. It just doesn't work for me. You're not sure if you want to keep it or sell it. Well, you're probably not going to use it. I honestly, in the 40 whatever levels it is that I have in the game now, and the 1200 plus hours, I've never actually had a need to use a thermal. I think it makes one or two things, like it'll make Shooterboard in Heaven easier, but it's also like if you lose it and it doesn't get returned to you, that's it, it's gone, right? And that's that much money lost. So I'm gonna let you decide if you think it's worthwhile to try and make use of it, and actually like you think you'll get some shots, you know, with it, all means. But yeah, I don't know, you know, it's that's a really nice find. That's a fucking nice find, I gotta tell you. I got to tell you. Yeah, just ran around and just like use it to stay away from people. That's, you can do that, right? Like woods or any map where you can get a good view on people where they're not gonna like have any reason to look back at you, or have any idea that you're there. Then yeah, for sure, like you can definitely use it as a way to just kind of like avoid encounters too, right? Not bad. So today I wanted to talk about audio, not in Tarkov necessarily, but like my audio setup, because Ninja was mentioning that he likes my audio setup, and I'm looking to upgrade my audio setup even further. I'm looking to drop more serious money on my audio setup, and there I might as well talk about what I actually have set up, why I have it set up this way, and like everything that I actually have. So because I rarely think to do that unless somebody asks me like what gear I have and how I have it going into my computer and all that stuff, because it just kind of works, right? So what do we have? Well, first of all, this that I'm talking into as you can hear me like this. This right here. This is a microphone. This is my Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR microphone. This thing is old. This thing's real old. Like 15 years, 10 or 15 years old now, because I got it a long time ago, and like I sat on it for 3 or 4 years before I really ever tried to podcast. Yeah, so I've had it forever, but it has served me so well, as you can tell, right? On it, the fuzz cover here, this is just a regular old, I forget what they call it, but like a dust cover type thing. Anyway, it's a windscreen. It's one of those little things, and they come in all shapes and sizes, but this is very typical, and this is one that I was recommended on, I think, like Amazon, when I started looking for ones that are compatible with my microphone, because all you're looking for is one that has the same diameter as the microphone, right? So without this on, looks very much like a microphone, right? Like I mean, it is. It looks very much like what it is. It's a microphone. Look at that, right? And then this, boop, it's right on top like that, and essentially just reduces the amount of like and other noises that actually hit the microphone. So that's very simply just the microphone itself, Audio-Technica AT2020 XLR connection, right? I have the cable. You're not gonna be able to see it on camera, I don't think. Oh yeah, okay. There's my XLR cable coming out the bottom, the ass end of the microphone. I don't have anything fancy for this. It just goes on like it's draped around my boom arm. It's actually quite ugly, but it's draped around my boom arm, and just kind of like stored out of the way. And now I'm moving my boom arm so that everything actually aligns again here. Because there's a front to this microphone, and some microphones that you buy, you're supposed to talk into like that, like you know how mine is like it's narrow and long, right? Well, the top is often called the front, for like, so front facing microphones, like, and so those shotgun style ones, or like the Shure SM7B, the new one that I want to get, they all kind of look like they're projecting at you, and that you're supposed to talk into that small round circle, right? This one, the front is the audio. Hello, Sakai. The front is the Audio-Technica logo, or, well, I mean, it's their logo. It's the word Audio-Technica, a little tiny picture next to it, but that is the front where the best audio pickup range and volume and all that is. And the back, I think it even says back on the back, that is supposed to be essentially, well, if you look at the cardioid microphone pattern, it's not necessarily a dead zone, but it lets you know where you're orienting your mic, right? So that's another thing. You got to know how you're pointing your mic at you. Got to make sure you're talking into the best part of your mic for it to pick up the best part of your sound. I know people that, like, with a Blue Yeti, have accidentally turned on the mode where you know, they're in there's like an omni mode, and there's a mode where you can listen to front and back, but it has dead zones on the side, and then people accidentally talk into the wrong area, and they wonder why they sound muffled, and they just kind of make up for it in software. And then if they just turn the microphone a few degrees, like 25-30 degrees, all of a sudden they're like crystal clear, and all the extra frequency and warmth and sound comes through, right? All of that actually comes through when you're talking to the right part of the microphone, right? So it's important. It's an important part of the whole setup, right? From my microphone, I'm running it into a Mackie Pro FX 4 V2 mixer. So I think it's just like a, what is it, a 4-channel? Yeah, it's a little 4-channel mixer. I mean, it takes up a decent amount of room on my desk. But it's a little 4-channel mixer that Yellow Snowflake recommended to me, and it's actually turned out to be an amazing little piece of hardware. Thank you, Sakai. And if I can, I'm not sure how I can easily show it to you without maybe Can I lift it? Oh, we might be able to. Ahem. I'm not even in a game yet. I'll drop my weapon when I'm in a game then. Okay. So that's my mixer, right? So here it's mirrored, unfortunately, but this is the microphone. XLR connection, and this is the microphone going into my mixer. This is the left and right channels that are combining into a mono, well, a singular, well, it's not mono, a stereo, a singular stereo connection going into my computer. So all that is it's just like 2 1/4-inch audio cables that are going into a what are the smaller one, the 3.5 millimeter one. Yeah. Anyway, so it's just the 1/4-inch cables that go into a single end like that, which plugs into the pink input on my computer. And that's, oh yeah, no, actually, and that's the hardware. The Mackie has a power connector, so it provides phantom power to the microphone, which is a button that I can turn on and off. And with my specific microphone, you have to have phantom power turned on. It expects phantom power to be there. There are many microphones where you will not have phantom power, and if you put phantom power on, you're actually at risk of damaging the microphone. But if you had one like that, you'd know because it says so, and you would be learning about that stuff anyway. So with this particular microphone, I have phantom power turned on, because with it turned off, it's almost impossible to hear it, even with the gain cranked and everything else cranked. It essentially needs that extra little tiny bit of juice to power the insides of the mic so that my gain and everything else can be a normal rate, and you can actually hear me, right? That is, like I said, that is the hardware. Essentially, it's the microphone goes into the mixer. The mixer just has a long cable going out behind my monitor and all this to my computer, which is on the other side of my desk. Then just plugs into the microphone in, and then from your computer you deal with that as a regular sound device, and now you have a little bit of analog control over the input going into your computer before it even gets to your computer. So without having to change knobs and whistles and dials and load up a different program, I can dial down a knob on my right here, and my voice will get quieter if I wanted it to, right? Okay. So before we move on, I'm just gonna circle back so we can actually talk, right? Oops. You're gonna stick with your Yeti. It's pretty much top of the line for USB mics. Yes, it is. Yep. And yeah, you really don't have to do a lot. Like, the Yeti is very nice and it's very plug and play. I used to have one. I highly recommend the Yeti. I think everybody, I think the Yeti is a great mic. And I think the only thing, like I said, is that people sometimes mix up the mode that the Yeti is in and mistake how they're supposed to be speaking into it, and then wonder why the quality is lowered. But usually that gets fixed within the first 1 or 2 sessions of using it, where you're like, wait a second, this could be, and you're like, oh. And then especially when people learn about like the fact that you can use it as a podcasting mic, because you can have the front and back zones where you can have 2 people kind of like talking to each other over a table, or the Omni, all those modes are really nice in a single microphone, right? So Yeti's really cool. Yeah. And when I got mine, there weren't really high quality USB microphones yet. In fact, if I recall correctly, there weren't any that anybody would recommend, because all of the USB microphones were just normal like computer microphones and or like weird gaming mics, but none of them were meant for like fidelity, like high fidelity, right? There was no AT2020 USB when I got my AT2020. It didn't exist as a product yet. Like, that's when I got mine. There was no alternative. So back in the day, I used an M Audio Pro or whatever it is. It's a really old DAC, a really old DAC, digital audio controller, digital audio. Anyway, it's a really old interface to bring sound into your computer digitally. So it plugs into USB, and then it might have inputs like the XLR on my mixer, and then the computer and the input box, like the actual M Audio box or whatever, DAC, whatever box does the work of processing that signal and bringing that sound into your computer, instead of providing that like analog, you know, sound that you just pipe into it via the pink, you know, the pink input on the back of your computer, right? So I like, that was kind of how I got it, because I didn't have a mixer back then either. So like the way that I got it to work was that I had an M audio box and I plugged this thing into that. If I didn't have that, I probably would have used I mean, I think the Yeti, I guess, was around, but the Yeti was like the only thing around. And I didn't really want a Yeti, because the other thing about the Yeti at the time was that it had noise on the line. I remember distinctly the first generation Yetis had a lot more noise in the line. That's probably been fixed because everything's been better since then, but I distinctly remember first generation Yetis had a lot more noise, and the way to avoid noise is always to try and like go analog for as much as you can before it has to go digital. Now I screwed that up in the beginning by having the digital interface, but I felt like having a microphone that was analog in that sense was like a good start. So I bought the microphone thinking, well, I'll start with this, and then I'll probably get a mixer, and then I'll probably get some compressors, and then I'll whatever. And now I just have a mixer that does a bunch of cool stuff, and then I have software that does other cool stuff, and I'm looking at like hardware compressors now and thinking, oh, like the cool extra cool stuff I can add that's several thousands of dollars. Like, oh shit, man. You put the mic gain up, you sound like one of them 2012 kids, that super shitty ass. Oh yeah, I know the one. Yeah. The ones with like, I fuck your mom. But like, I can't ruin that because I actually have software limiters that prevent it from peaking. So I can't even make it sound, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, let's dive into the software side. If I can try and show my filters, that will help me demonstrate. Okay, bear with me. On my mic filters, here we go. Okay, let me go. How do I share that part? And I go display capture. That's good enough. I mean, it's huge, but there we go. Look, I'm back. Okay. This is, I know it's tiny, but this is essentially how I'm achieving a certain sound when you hear me versus when, say, somebody in Discord hears me, or as if I'm on a Zoom call or Skype. I don't know, like, so and I can link later to like all the settings on these things, but essentially I have two different compressors. I have a de-esser, which tries to cut out the high pitch that you get when you go tss, right? It tries to actually nullify and cut off that frequency because you don't have to hear that frequency. The limiter, which essentially makes sure that no matter how loud I talk into my microphone, it will never go above -6 decibels. And it's perfect. It never goes above -6 decibels. It's perfect. And then I have a noise gate for like the bottom floor of, I think, -32, or it's like -26-ish, I guess. Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just the gap between when it tries to figure out if I'm talking or not. Anyway, so it's essentially quiet sounds just get cut off to a point where it's not, instead of me having to provide complete ambient silence, which I can't achieve in a house, obviously, there's a noise gate such that anything below a certain frequency will just be cut off entirely. So the mic just stops listening at a certain volume threshold. So as long as, say, the air conditioner is not talking as loud as I can talk at a whisper into the microphone directly, then it will simply never turn on when that's going. If I'm talking at a certain rate and it's close enough to, like, you know, talk or to go past me and be on the microphone while I'm talking, that's different. But essentially it has to reach a certain threshold before the microphone will even kick in and start broadcasting that sound. So the noise gate's like an inverse limiter. The noise gate's like a reverse, whatever, inverse limiter, right? It's the floor of your audio, and the limiter is like the ceiling of your audio. So we have a compressor. We have two compressors using this nice M compressor interface, which looks super funky and adds a couple different things, which basically make my voice sound a little bit warmer. And yeah, so we just have these compressors, and in the order they're in because of the job they do. So we want to compress the sound first so that the audio is all kind of the same shape now, like it's compressed and compressed again, so it's all kind of like the same shape. The de-esser then cleans all those top ends. The limiter makes sure that it will never go above a certain line, and the noise gate makes sure that it never goes below a certain, like it just makes such warm, beautiful sound, right? And so this applied to a good microphone, like the microphone that I would like to use, I could potentially cut out a ton of the compression and potentially even the de-esser with the microphone that I want to get, and maybe even the noise gate, because the microphone I want to get has a much lower noise pickup. Like there's something about it where you have to, you know, as soon as you're about yay far away from it, it just cuts out so much around it that you don't really have to worry about creating a bunch of noise gates to prevent the audio from the room filling in, because it just won't. So the one that I'm looking for, now that we've gone through my actual software audio for OBS, the one that we are looking at is one sec. See if I can bring it up. Oh yeah. Oh, except I don't want that to show my address, so let's not. I want to show the actual website for it. Where is it? Okay, one sec. Yeah, so Sakai, that's essentially, well, that's what I wanted to get with this one too. Now, I don't know. I think we're at the point now. Yeah, it's not picking that up, which is great. Like I can rub on that. The only volume is me talking. And then if I snap my fingers though, that's on there. And I can whisper, hello, hi. That's on there. So yeah, if you can find that sweet spot. This is the Electro Voice RE20. This is the microphone that I want to get. This thing is so nice. And the audio that I've heard through it, oh, let me tell you. Let's see if I can find that. One sec. Let me Okay. You gotta hear this. This is such a neat video, and I really enjoyed this whole thing. So we're gonna go through and watch this. Why am I on that account? One sec. I just want to switch to the other account.
In my
There we go. Okay. Yeah. So let's watch this video where this guy reviews this microphone because it's fucking amazing.
Another video on home studio setup for voiceover. And we've got a famous microphone in the booth today. This is the Electro Voice RE20 dynamic microphone, and I am psyched to use this microphone. I've never actually used this one before, never for production. I've just never had my mitts on one. Normally when I'm in other studios, they normally have me on a condenser microphone. They don't often have me on a dynamic, and certainly not this one. But this microphone, legendary, been around forever, and by all accounts, it has earned its reputation. So we're going to put this microphone through its paces. We're going to compare it to a few other microphones, talk about some of the pros and cons of it, see if we like how it sounds, and we're going to learn a little bit about the Electro Voice RE20.
My dream mic.
All right, so let's start. This is a dynamic microphone, which means that it does not require phantom power, as opposed to the condenser microphones that you often see me testing on this channel. They're generally, most voiceover microphones are condenser microphones. Now, that doesn't, dynamic versus condenser, it's all a matter of choice and how it sounds for you. There's nothing that says you have to use a dynamic versus having to use a condenser. This particular microphone is really optimized for vocals. So you absolutely can use this for voice work, especially audiobook, long-form narration, podcasting, streaming, something like that. The advantage to a dynamic microphone in the voiceover setting is dynamics tend to become less sensitive very quickly as you back off the microphone. So as I step back from the microphone, keeping my speaking voice the same, we should see a very significant fall off in how loud I am. Now, I am a foot, maybe 14 inches off the microphone, not far at all. But you'll see that I get much louder, there's a great big difference between being 14 inches off the microphone and being an inch off the microphone. Really a huge difference. And that you can use that to your advantage if you have a source of noise nearby that you're having difficulty getting out of your recording. So if you're streaming or something like that and you've got a loud computer fan, a dynamic can help because it will be less sensitive at a distance. And because you generally want to be so up close to the microphone, the volume difference between your voice and the source of noise can be very significant. Pattern-wise, this is a cardioid bordering on a wide cardioid pattern. So its lobe of sensitivity it says it's 180 degrees. So everything in front of the microphone, whether you're on one side or you're on the other, this one will be very, it should pick you up equally if you're on the front side of the microphone. Now, that's different than, say, a regular. I think this is a little bit wider. They say the full 180 degrees, that you won't have any drop-off, whereas my experience with many cardioids is as you start to hit that 90 degree, it will start to fall off. So this is a little...
So I feel like mine is super wide. But it doesn't help that the audio for mine it's not super close, but it is definitely in, that range potentially where it's almost on the same level as my voice for the priority, like the priority of what it's amplifying, essentially what the microphone is amplifying, because that sound is it's bouncing off. I've got my laptop there. I've got a monitor there. So that sound is kind of still on that side of the room, but it is also coming out to my side here, and therefore, this range that my microphone has for the front is wide. So again, that's why I'm looking at one that is less sensitive the more the further you are away from it, because mine, even with the gain cranked really low, I don't have to be that far away from it to get decent quality audio coming from it. Like I'm what, like a foot away, 6 inches away, more than that. I'm definitely like I'm a good and you can hear me clearly, right? And if I'm right up against it, it's very punchy, but that's the gain turned quite low on this condenser mic, right? Anyway,
a little tiny bit wider is what it says, but it's not going to be much. And generally, you're not going to be using this as a side address microphone, even though, by the look of it, you might think that you could use this as a side address, but really, this is a front address microphone. Now, some of the things that Electro Voice sells about this microphone is that it really is optimized for voice. The frequency response of the microphone really is optimized for voice. It is the frequency response is not the full range of human hearing. It's really close, but it's not the full range of human hearing. It's becomes less sensitive below 45 hertz. So the sub bass that you might experience from proximity effect or something like that, which we'll talk about in a second. So that a lot of that sub bass is just not going to show up at all. And the really super high frequencies above 18,000 hertz. This microphone does not. It says it's insensitive above
I'm not going to be screaming
so
into the mic.
Frequencies 45 to 18,000, as opposed to 20 to 20,000.
I don't really need it to pick up the quality of my scream if I do scream.
A little bit smaller. Based
I'll be
on some
yelping,
of the recordings
but,
I've heard, this microphone can be considered warm. It's not bright. Now, we're going to compare this one to this one. It's probably its number one competitor. Let's get
everyone's favorite
this
other microphone.
Is the Shure SM7B.
The big reveal.
It's a little bit exaggerated in the camera here, but these are both within this far of my mouth. I'm going to put this one just a little tiny bit closer so that they are.
I'm probably just going to play solo tonight, Sakai.
Exactly the same.
I'm just going to run interchange and try and
so that we can get a comparison.
Build up my confidence for running interchange.
These are both dynamic microphones. These are most often referenced at the
hold
same
on.
time. So
when the identifier moves between microphones, that's it changing the audio to that microphone's recording. So every time the label moves over, you're listening to his voice through that specific microphone. Just keep that in mind. There are times when you'll notice it's different, right?
Some people love the Electro Voice sound. Some people love the SM7B sound. It's really a personal preference. These are similar in price point. I think this SM7B is probably maybe $70 or $80 less expensive. I think this is in the $450 range, and I think this is in the $350 range. I'll put a graphic up, or whatever the current prices are. This one might be $399, $450. So depends on where the prices are right now. But to my recollection, the RE20 is a little bit more expensive than the SM7B. The Electro Voice, the RE20. One of the big selling points about the RE20 is that it does not suffer proximity effect at all. So as you get closer to the microphone, the equalization of the microphone doesn't really change. So in the SM7B, so as I get closer to the SM7B, you may notice that my voice gets a bit bassier. But with the RE20, as I get closer to it, my voice really doesn't get bassier. So as I move back, and I speak at this distance,
it's more muffled, but not bassier. It's kind of neat, right?
I speak at this distance, and as I speak at this distance, the proximity effect should be less pronounced on the RE20. And that's using something that they call the variable D technology.
Like, I don't even know about that, and it's
which
still
is
like,
just
huh,
their
you're
way
right.
of saying that we've EQ'd out the proximity effect. I think it's got something to do with these vents on the side. I don't really know how they do it, but they, and it for me, it really does not display any proximity effect at all. So as I get closer to it, I really don't notice it making much of a difference to my voice, which means I can't get up in there and make my voice sound really authoritative. Whereas I might be able to do that with the SM7B. Maybe.
Maybe.
But you can, so you can sort of play with that a little bit on
Maybe.
some mics that have proximity effect in it. Now, the SM7B has some switches so that you can roll the bass off. You can enhance the presence of it. The Electro Voice does have a single switch on it, which is a high-pass filter, or what you might also call a bass roll-off, so that the bass becomes less pronounced. So, naturally, this doesn't have that proximity effect, which is a lot of times what that switch is on the microphone for, is to eliminate that proximity effect. But this one doesn't have it, but they also have that bass roll-off. And it's a little bit different than many of the other microphones that we've talked about. In this one, the bass roll-off switch starts practically up in the mid-range at like 400 hertz and has a very gentle bass roll-off. I'm going to switch it right now. So let's switch the bass. The high pass filter is now engaged.
Just barely
and
noticeable.
For me, when I listen to my headphones, it's a subtle change, if you notice it at all. So as we get closer to it, maybe there's a little bit less bass in my voice. Perhaps
it's like
that's flattering to some voices. Maybe
the
that's
same
exactly
volume,
what you want, so
but
you can,
a little bit
reduce
of that
explosives,
warmth
you can,
removed, right? Like you can kind of
maybe
tell.
accentuate someone's voice. You switch it back and forth, and you see which way you think it sounds better.
Yeah.
With it engaged,
It's really
or with it
just
disengaged.
personal preference at that point.
So that we have it nice and flat. Okay. For proximity effect, did I lose my train of thought?
Anyway. Yeah. So essentially, up against my other like dream microphone that I was thinking of working towards was the SM7B, which is a diehard podcasting, streaming, whatever mic. It's very common, I think. Lots of Tarkov folks that I watch use it, and it's just a very like well-known mic, right? Like it's just very common. So up against that, the fact that like there's a direct video comparison, and I'm able to, he also puts it up against a few other very nice microphones in the same bracket, some a little bit more expensive, some a little bit less. And overall, I still pretty much prefer the warmth attributed to the sound coming from the RE20. So having heard the SM7B, which was, when I first was looking to get a little bit, to the next level, one level up from where I'm at right now, based on kind of what I'm thinking. The SM7B was a common target. It's just what you're told to kind of, you should get an SM7B. Like, yeah, but there's other options, right? And why? Because everybody says that, but who actually listens to all like 16 different microphones in the same price point to see what they like? I'm gonna try and maybe get a better picture of what I want, right? So instead of just going for what people said, which is keep this microphone, it's like I want to actually know what sounds good to me. So started going around and started looking at other options, and I think I found my option. Yeah. So that RE20 is my goal. That plus a cloud lifter, which provides passive gain, a bunch of like 25 or 20 dB, I think, of passive extra gain to your mic. Uses phantom power to do that, but then doesn't pass the phantom power onto the microphone, so it doesn't damage your ribbon mic. And that plus the RE20 plus my mixer to turn off phantom power, and maybe remove all the compressors and just see how it sounds, and then like compress just to make sure it's even, just the usual stuff. But I'm excited. I think I'm gonna make that happen. Gonna move some things around, and yeah, because I really just want to try it. Man. Yep. I really just want to try it. Okay. Guess we can play a little bit of Tarkov, and then we can talk about audio once I'm out of the raid. So let's do like a scav run to interchange at night. Yeah, so what do I have? Got the whole, did the hardware. We got my mic, we got the wiring, we got it going into the mixer, we got that going to the computers, we got hardware, we got the software, we showed off my my compressors, and I will find a way to get that to you guys. Yeah, we'll find a way to share that information. So I linked, or I got my compressors and the noise gate and the limiter and the de-esser. And if you know, like all of that stuff looks like a lot of work, but once you set it up and you have it so that it's no longer like, you know, it's not cutting you off, you're not talking too quiet for it to trigger, and you're not talking, you know, you got it so it's only, so it's limiting your audio, your volumes, you're not going too high, then you never have to touch those things again, right? Like they're just, I never go into my settings anymore. I just leave the compressors as they are, the de-esser as it is. I just leave that stuff alone. I forget it's there unless I'm showing it to you guys, right? So that's like, you can just kind of do that anyway and sound a little bit better again, as long as you play with those settings, right? So we got the software. I don't think I have anything else fancy going on software wise. I don't use any sort of like noise reduction. The gate is the only thing that I have, really. I have the noise gate and the limiter, but I don't have, like, I'm not using RTX voice or anything like that to reduce background audio. Well, that's not necessarily true. My Realtek card has an option to like it direct the beam, something like the sound beam. So I don't know if it just tries to do something where it like mimics a different kind of microphone, where the like the front of the microphone is a lot more narrow, but it somehow manages to reduce a lot of the background noise. And I don't know if that's just because I don't really know how it manages to do it when it doesn't know what kind of microphone I have, because it's not interfacing with my microphone. But somehow it manages to do something where, and maybe it does something to do with the stereo overlapping, maybe that might be what it is, maybe, where it seems to cancel out a lot of the background noise around me, and maybe it does do a decent job of simulating that it's narrowing that band so that I'm in this, you know, cone of sound, but outside maybe a lot narrower than I thought. The sound drops off, so because it does seem to do a pretty good job of reducing background noise. Well, also, like that, I don't know how much that is contributing to the quality of things. If I didn't have that enabled, I know for sure you'd be able to hear a lot, because I was very aware of there being not hiss, but like just the background hum and other stuff that's going on in my room. You can, you know, with all the things removed, that is audible. That is in the background. You can hear it. Currently behind me, you probably can't, surprisingly. So yeah, be interesting to see removing a lot of those software methods of cleaning up the audio and just, you know, going straight to having better hardware with less self noise and electrical noise. And maybe I'll get a hardware compressor. Well, that's a very interesting shell. But yeah, maybe I'll get a hardware compressor. I'll get an audio rack that I'll have set up next to my computer here, you know, like a full-on half rack, with, like, you know, the compressor and, like, I don't know, a bunch of different things going in and out. And then, oh man, it'll be so good. I'll sound like a radio announcer fully, with like the most warmth and conditioned audio you've ever heard. Be man with the instead of man with the golden voice, it'd be like man with the, I don't know, tungsten, platinum, I don't know, some really, really high quality. Let's go take a peek into Killa World. Hello? Anybody? Anybody? Hello? 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 Mm-hmm. 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 I don't think my scav has, nope. I don't think he has any sort of headphones on, so he's not gonna hear. So we're just gonna have to, like, be semi-brazen here, guys. As we are armed with a shotgun. Here we go. Oh boy. I don't know if that was a, I guess it must have been a, yeah, because now I just pissed him off. Who died over here? Hello? Hello? Who put the body in the cookie jar? I put the body in the cookie jar. You psycho, that's a weird place to put a body. We got 7 minutes to figure out the mystery of, random body in the hallway. And an angry scav. Hello. Hello. Oh shit. Ah! Ah! Don't shoot, I'm one of you. You'll never know though. Never mind, I'm running away. Gonna use the band. Ah, shit, I don't have a bandage. Damn it, man. I won't use a bandage. Oh, gunpowder. Ooh, weapons parts. I better get out of this alive. I want those. Just want a goddamn bandage. If I run out there. Oh god. My arm is bleeding. I need to plug the hole. I have a tourniquet, but I'm not bleeding hard enough to tourniquet. How does that make sense? I think they need to figure out how the bleeds are going to work. I should be able to plug a light bleed. I mean, a light bleed is gonna, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how bleeds, you know, I think I know how my body works, but maybe I don't. Maybe I've been misled this whole time by Big Pharma about how I bleed. But you'd think that, like, staunching blood flow would work the same at small and large scale. I don't know. You know what? Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not here to fight, I'm here to bleed. Fuck. Wait, what? Is that a what is that? Oh, it's a fucking Taz. No wonder. This is the same guy. Okay. We're leaving you and we're getting out of here, buddy. I'm bleeding you because I'm losing too much blood. I need it from you. A transfusion of a liter or two. Help. Am I gonna make it? Am I gonna bleed out on the way? I didn't really get anything out of this aside from shooting a scav. Oh, this is gonna be real awkward. Yeah, Ivy Boy Rescue needs to work on our style. What's this? That's not gonna help you. Run, you whatever you are. You disparaging thing, I'm gonna call you. Stop coughing, start running. Do. Oh, come on, you big baby. Don't be such a wuss. Just squeeze your arm where it's falling off. And just keep the end in sight here. We got this. You know, we're so close. We're so close. Right over there. I can see it, friend. Come on. Look, I'm gonna need you to buck up, soldier. You are not gonna win this war like this. You need to pull up your pants and your socks and whatever else you can pull up. And I need you to march your ass into that exfil site now. Exactly like that. And now you get a reward. You live. Ta-da! What do I get for winning, sir? Well, you live. You live, soldier. This one's for you. For all you do. I'm not keeping that stupid mask. Oh, you know what? I think I can convert it into something, so maybe I'll take it. I think you can take the filter out of it or something, right? I'm just gonna go right back into interchange at night. I'm insure those. I'm insure that. And I'm insure that. And yeah, that's about it. I don't need that helmet. I don't need those glasses. We good. Are you ready? Are you winning, son? Interchange. Interchange. I could just I could just roam around the outside by the, oh, we are at power. How perfectly blended. Huh. Well, I don't know. Do I go for the roof? Do I... I know that scavs should be spawning shortly, or should already be here. At which point I should be able to get a couple scav kills nice and quick. Just don't know if I want to go like roof, and wait for people to come turn on power. Don't know how I want to play it. Don't know if I should just turn it on and then run around. I don't really need to go. I don't need to turn it on. I could potentially make other people have to come turn it on. Like, I don't need to go into the mall necessarily. Smokes? No. My PMC smokes enough. No more. Oh, shit. I don't think I even have a Pestily Plague mask yet. Cool. Maybe I do, but I don't think I do. Well, up we go. Oh, that's not how you get up. How doth one get up to the roofeth? Oh, that way. I am idiot. Clang, 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 clang. Okay. Now, I don't really have any range. I am using slugs though, so technically I have a little bit of range. But I can't see anything because it's nighttime and it's dark AF. But if I see anything, we can shoot it. So quiet and peaceful out here. Oh yeah, nice, Gator. Nice work. Time for the gamer lean in. Well, I can't see shit, yo. The gold skull is 75k. Hot damn. I'm keeping, I think, the one that I have. Oof, I'm scaring myself. I'm keeping the one that I have for the Kappa container quest whenever that's going to happen. Where is the scab that I just heard? Somebody's here. They turned on power. Well, the mission to make somebody come to us to turn on power worked. Unfortunately, he escaped. Son of a bitch. At least I can put out the lights. My eyes are not good enough for this. And I know that he's probably still lurking there somewhere trying to get an angle on me. He might have also fucked off. I guess I could try running downstairs and finding out. The worst that could happen is I lose my nothing. Like, what have I really got? Nothing. Nothing that I can't replace. The plague mask, it won't be found in raid, but you know, plague mask. There. Okay. So now that guy doesn't necessarily have a bead on us. And I could go like this way. Maybe. And maybe he won't see us necessarily. Oh man, I forgot about that really tight pinch point over there. Can't see shit. Okay, now if we cut across, it'll be directly under. Be harder to get an angle on us. Even though now the person above can like, oh shit. Never mind. Gonna get myself killed. But I was thinking if I can like get closer to the wall, aside from them hearing me directly above them. Okay, hold on one sec. I gotta get inside, yo. Okay, I'm good. My thinking was that it would be like harder for somebody to get a bead on me, right? All I really want right now are scav kills, so if I can just find scavs that are wandering under here, that would be cool. Emercom. That means I have to go like way over there. I think. I guess we'll find out. How's it going, Prototype? How is your evening? How have your gym sessions been? Has the gym changed at all since any of the announcements? Are you guys still going to the gym? What's the deal? Like, I'm not sure which angle I'm on. Oh, wow. I guess, right, because that was like really sudden and unexpected, right? Like you were going to the gym and then it was just like that just popped up in the middle of everything, right? I don't really need this freaking USB thing. I always pick those up and then regret that I've got an inventory filled with USB thingies. Aww. Oh no. The Gaines train is slowed to a halt. That's kind of shitty. Sorry to hear that. I hadn't really considered that that angle, that side of it. The fact that the dock is telling you to take it easy, but it makes sense, right? Don't want you ripping or tearing anything. I know Doom is supposed to be rip and tear, but I don't think Stitches are supposed to be rip and tear. Where are we? Where am I? Did I not walk far enough, or did I walk too far? Let's see. Go back this way. You know what's really sad is I uninstalled it because I basically gave up trying to even like accomplish playing it right now, because it's a whole other game, and I want to give it, you know, the, I don't know, the respect it deserves. So like I uninstalled it so I can just reinstall it and play it fresh, instead of, because like when I first installed it, it was because it just came out. It was like, oh, I'm gonna play this right away, and it didn't happen. So yeah, I uninstalled it to force myself to, like, I'm gonna give it respect. I'm gonna try it when I have time again. Hello, Mirror Scab, I need you. Perfect. One Scab. Yeah, I'm hoping to give it its due soon enough then. Do you have a friend? No, you just have a flashlight. You're very bright. Give me that. I don't want any of the crap. I just want to turn the light off. Ah! Fuck. What have I done? What the fuck is this? What is this? What is going on? What have I done? Why are they all so angry? Why are they also more angry than normal? Are you gonna play it? You gonna play Doom Eternal? Or have you already beaten it? I don't keep track of you guys and your game progress. Fuck you. Ah! Sorry. Guy's gonna get me murdered. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. I just don't want to die to a fucking scab. Not right now. I'm okay with dying after, but you know, I want to be able to have a conversation. No, now where'd he go? Where'd you go, boy? That's a body. Isn't it? What the fuck? Where's our dude? Don't need that. Don't need those. I guess we're just gonna pass the time by eating while we wait to find out what happened to that guy and if he's gonna come over here back again or not. Hello, other scav, you were not finished with me. Come on. Okay. And where are you? Hello. Gabby baby. What are you? Hello? Oh, there you are. Come on. Nope. There we go. Six. I need 14 more. $14 more. The flashlight guys are useful. They just kind of tell you where they are. You're oh, you're playing the first one. Well, wait, first one or like first Doom or Doom 2016? Oh, is my arm fucked? Oh, right, both my arms are fucked up. I guess we're gonna do surgery in the middle of a container. This probably is not gonna be the most sterile surgery, guys. You may want to avert your eyes. It might get a little gory. I'm gonna drink my Jarritos while I do this. The kind of doctor I am. Look, mono hands. Okay, that's one arm. Fixie, fixie, fixie. I just want some hit points, honestly. I just want to make it so that if you shoot me, it's going to take a little bit longer before I die. Okay. Mucho bettero. Do I fix the other arm? Why not? We're here, killing time, earning our medical surgery skill, right? Okay. Now I can fix that arm. And we'll be ready to roll out. Roll out. Okay, ready? Listen. React. Run like the blazes. Like the blazes, I tell ya. Hi-ho, Silver! And expect to die when you get close to Emercom, thanks to people who are dirks? No, not dirks. They don't wield dirks, they're jerks. Or they're exfil campers who just really need your gear, more than you needed your gear. Today we may get lucky and live through this encounter. Is today our day? Huh, look at that. Thank you, Nikita. All praise Nikita. Praise Nikita. I feel like there needs to be a praise Nikita emote that we can steal from somebody else if there isn't already. I wonder if there's like a praise Nikita BBT or BTTV emote. We can take a look at that. I killed 3 scavs with my MP133. Pop, pop, pop. Would have killed more. Well, that was a lovely pineapple jarritos. I don't know if that's how you say it. I just like saying it that way. It tastes so good. That's so good. It's so tasty. Judging by the fact that that's the second jarritos I've had in, wait, how many days? When did I last have tacos? What if I had tacos on the weekend? I normally wait until Taco Tuesday, but I seem to remember maybe having tacos over the weekend, or maybe it was a burrito that I had. I might have cheated and had some sort of Mexican-inspired food on the weekend, even though I try and leave that for Taco Tuesday. I'm gonna have to clean up all of this, shite at some point, aren't I? Again. For the how manyth time? Okay, well, things like this, I can literally just sell all of those pieces, and then sell the, this thing. Mechanic. Clear up some room here, selling some weapons I don't need. There's a shotgun I haven't used in a while, but I probably will if I lose the one I currently have. Get rid of that big boy. Okay, that's one. The new shotgun I picked up that I want to sell. Okay. This thing, I want to see if I can, what if I can do this? So hideout, what do we have? In the hideout, we have access to, we have here, we got our workbench. And bum bum ba 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 bum. Is it on the workbench or is it on the lavatory? Might be on the lavatory. Ah, yeah, there it is. There it is. There, let's shove that in there. Perfect. That uses up that piece. That frees up a little bit of space, for this like drill, which I guess I'm probably just gonna sell because I don't need another drill. Yeah, let's just sell the drill. Drill's worth like 20k, which is not great for a drill. Mostly, like for a 4 slot, 20k 4 slot. That's not the best use of my slots. Yeah, that's bad. We're gonna sell those. We're gonna sell this Vepr Hunter because I'm rarely gonna get to use it. Kind of tempted to sell this guy's AK and just like take the bits off that I want. Like that. Oh, and that. Yep. Cool, okay. Freed up a bit of space. Feel a bit better about my inventory. do a scav run. Oh, look at that. I forgot I pulled off that trooper from wherever. What, the air filter happens in all of 5 minutes? What the fuck? Wow, that thing was very quick. I thought we would do a raid, waste some time, but nope. Got my Pestily mask. That's pretty cool. Working my way towards having everything I need for those, which is not bad, not bad, not bad. Does it do that? Weird. Gator, if you're still here, I hope your raids have been going well, man. I hope you're having better luck than I am. Pulling out better stuff than I am, at least. 'Cause I'm pulling out nonsense. I mean, while we're waiting, I can maybe talk about the fact that I finally broke down that barrier that I had against setting up yet another Discord server. And instead of just solely making it a another streaming Discord server, another streaming Discord community, because we have, I don't know, millions, probably like actual millions of those now. I have put together the idea of forming yet another Tarkov looking for group community, essentially, centered around well, I mean, the fact that I'm putting it together is just the fact that I'm the one who's streaming and often looking for a group specifically of people, like just various criteria that I want to be able to have. And I think that, you know, if we can put together an LFG, then everybody can have another place where they can come together to look for other like-minded Tarkov players who might also be in the same criteria group. Maybe they're around the same level in game or in the same region, whether it's EU or NA or whatever else it is, and play some games together. So yeah, I'm hoping to center it around that, focus it around the community, and like I don't feel like it'll need a lot of leadership so much as simply I'll be using it. I'll be doing voice there. I'll be we'll be using the squad channels and the different text channels there more often as soon as it's released and open and all that. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna mosey away from that AI scav. And kill that guy, because he was definitely a player. And now everybody knows that I'm here. And if this scav is legit AI, he won't try and kill me. Wherever he went. Where'd he go? No while playing Tank Mech Sim and pretty much crashed every program and wouldn't open again, so you hit restart on the PC. Well, PC's being a bit temperamental, is it? We just shot this guy, but I'm really afraid to go loot his body. Here I go. I really don't like. I do not like this. I want to get off of here. Oh my god. Okay. Let's go, 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 go. Has the button been pushed? Probably. Yes. Oh, the button has definitely been pushed. I'm assuming then somebody's been to Burger Shot and gone to the urinal, the bathroom. Let's find out. Or did I just hear somebody in here? I thought that's what I heard. Well, I'm a scab. Let's go find out. Urinal's not open. Urinal has not been used, but they turned off the alarm. So no safe room exit, but what? But Kiba alarm is turned off, or whatever else alarms are turned off up here. I don't know what other alarms that turns off. Downstairs, it's a different alarm downstairs, isn't it? Ah, what the fuck, man? What's the point of hitting the button upstairs unless you planned on... Huh. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Maybe they just like hitting buttons? Oh, Twitch is dying for you, Sky? Okay. Have a good night, man. Hopefully things get better. Maybe they just hit the button because they wanted to hit the button, but that's unusual. Who does that? Who just hits the button, man? Although, to be fair, I think if I saw that there, I didn't know what it did, I might still hit it. What are we collecting here? To the secret stairs. Somebody out here? This should just be Goshen, right? Yeah. Weird. And now to hopefully get the fuck out of here. The fuck? He's wearing a pilgrim, man. You can't wear a pilgrim and call that. Fuck. Look, I didn't mean for it to be this way, dude. I didn't call for this to happen this way. It just did, yo.
Сука ты, блядь, и упырь, блядь, гнида, блядь.
I'm not here for the fight.
Вылезай, да, козёл, нахуй, вылезай!
Fuck me. I'm never gonna get out. I'm not gonna make it now. I don't think I can make it with 2.5 minutes from here. I have to have left by like with 3 minutes to spare, I think. Arg. We can push, but I think that's it. Too far, man. Well, we'll try. Come on. I'm desperately looking at the clock and desperately watching his stamina bar. I essentially have to run a straight line. Kind of afraid to deviate. Down to the wire. Holy shit. Okay, so as long as you fucking book it hard, with 2.5 minutes from the mall exit or entrance to the railway exit, the railway exfil, it's doable. It's you get about 45-30 seconds to spare. That's a bit too tight. That's too tight. Wow, man. Jesus. Too much. Oh, it's not going to fit anyway, is it? Oh, it will fit. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is super cool. I can fit everything I want. Guns won't fit, but man, you know. Make things work. Put 2 of those. Oh my god. Oh, damn you, Pilgrim. Why must you be so giant? Okay, what else can we shove in holes? Ah, there we go. Right. Getting there. Have I filled all of the other things? I know, there's one. Okay, what can I shove in there? Okay, well that gets rid of those. That's cool. That's cool. Probably just put a bunch of medical stuff in here for the meantime. Like offload. There we go. Move all this shit around. Oh, I see. Massive magazine on this thing makes it useless, huh? Wow. There we go. Do I care about a paca? No. Do I care about a knife? No. Okay. I want to sell a bunch of this shit anyway.
I've got balls of steel.
Pyrex. Hello, Pyrex. And friends. Hello. Today, you guys, we were talking about... Hello. Hi. We were talking about my audio setup, actually, earlier. Hello, Panda. Yeah, we're talking about my mic. We're talking about how my mic is hooked up to my computer via my mixer, and we were talking about the compressors that I use and the limiter and the noise gate and everything that I use in order to like make all this Mooney, thank you, make all this happen the way it does. And then we talked about my my dream setup, which is the new microphone that I'm looking at and the cloud lifter that I'm looking at. We watched a video review for a little while of a guy doing a comparison between the video or between the microphone that I want and the Shure SM7B, which is a pretty common microphone that a lot of people use that you may have or may not seen out there. I don't use it. I use an AT2020. You have a mic and power supply. There you go. Right. What mic do you use, Pyrex? Do you use a USB mic or what do you use? So I use an AT2020 XLR mic. Oh, you do. You use an XLR. Did you use? Is it yours the USB one or XLR? I guess. Yeah. That's the question. XLR. Okay. So, oh, and then you have like a preamp, like I used to have, just to make sure that you can actually like, or it's got phantom power or something going to it, right? So that you actually can hear. Oh, just power. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I have the same microphone you do. I have mine going into a Mackie Pro Effects 4 V2 mixer. It's a little bit older Mackie, a little bit older model of this version of the Mackie mixer. But I mean, as you know, when it comes to this kind of stuff, these things usually last a long time. So pretty happy with that. And then, yeah, that just goes into the pink input on the back of my computer, which is nothing fancy. So that does the heavy lifting of like providing the interface to the mic. And then I have a bunch of filters and shit that I showed earlier that I can try and show here. And you may have already seen all of this actually. If I go filters. Eh? Oh, cool. Now I can talk about it and show it. Hey, look, this is even better than last time. I learned, guys. Last time it wasn't as crisp as this. Look, I look like I actually know what I'm talking about now. So this, in OBS, I have filters applied to my my mic input, right? So I have a compressor, I have another compressor, I have a de-esser for this, because I have that thing. So my sometimes certain things come through a little bit S-ier than they should, right? So the de-esser just kind of removes that hiss. The limiter just removes the top end, so my voice can't get a certain, like, it can't get as loud as loud enough to burst your eardrums, because it literally just cuts it off after a certain dB. Basically, if I shout into here, it's only ever going to get as loud as this. That's it. It will never get any louder. And then noise gate for the bottom, just so that, like, if my, if the noise in my room is up to a certain level, hopefully it won't be picked up by the noise gate, right? So I don't know. Yes, well, I can yell at you. It's gonna come through as like fake yelling or something, because no matter how much I raise my voice at you, you bastard, it's only going to be so loud through your speakers. Now you might have to do something on your end, like raise, you can turn up your speakers. You can help me out, Pi, right? Yeah, so that's that that's the sort of the filters, the software side of things that I have set up in OBS. If and Pi would know, he's heard me in Discord, those things are not applied in Discord. So probably don't sound nearly as I don't know, oomphy or diaphragmy or rounded at the edges or any of that shit in Discord. I probably sound like shitty old me, but this is what I do to make myself sound pretty on a microphone. Ha, so pretty. Anyway, so it's good. We had a lot of fun going through all the different settings that I have here. Let's nuke that display capture and go back to this screen. There we go. And now and then we played some Tarkov just to shoot the shit, because that's what I do here. It's supposed to be what I do anyway, right? So Tarkov. We just got done with a what do we get done with here? We got done with a scav raid from the interchange, where we picked some random shit up and did some stuff and whatever. I'm trying to clear a little bit of room in my inventory before I really quickly run back in, but I'm hoping to get this done with about a second or two here. I just want to offload those things. I'm definitely going to bring that in with me. And then I think probably it's going to go right back into late night interchange and try and get more scav, well, or late night, early morning interchange in this case, and try and get more scav kills, because I gotta kill more scavs with my silenced shotgun. Goddamn silenced shotgun. Very specific thing to kill things with. They want me to know, like there's something about having to use a silenced shotgun to murder people and tabulate the kills, right? Like, they're expecting you. I just don't understand what the like a shotgun, so it looks like what, like it's a scav but then silenced, so they don't know where it came from, but then you don't actually have to wear a balaclava or anything. Thank you, Pi. Thanks for the love. Have yourself a good night there, sir. And I hope you had a good raid, or a good stream, and playing COD. I saw you playing COD and then Minecraft. I saw that did to you. Yeah, love your face. See, I don't know what they're expecting. I don't understand why this one. It might just be that, like, somebody rolled dice back at BSG. It was like, oh, I don't know, make them have to shoot things with like a silenced shotgun or like some stupid combination, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we'll go with that route. Because when it came to designing some of these side missions, it was just like, well, how do we continue this one? Because we need this X many missions to give them X many rewards, because at X mission being complete, we give them Y reward, which could be used for whatever So in the middle of that, I'm sure they ran out of steam. There's some late nights, you know, I don't know, just fucking make them shoot people from 100 yards away, headshots on these fucking 4 maps. I don't know, you know, that's I swear, man, it's just somebody's late night shenanigans that came up with like Shooter Born in Heaven and this fucking thing, you know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for it. God, I love that music. The synthwave music, by the way, is brought to you by Harris Heller. It's a Harris Heller playlist. Dream Beats, the synthwave Dream Beats by Harris Heller. Fantastic shit, man. This is like the grooviest. When you want to up the tempo, you got the synthwave. When you want to lower the tempo, he's got lo-fi. There's like, I think there's a hip hop one too. Like there's good, man. Like it's just good stuff. Totally licensed or whatever for use on stream. So like it's his music, he produces, he releases. It's under his name on Spotify. He's the one who has stuff out there saying you can all use it, and that's what it's for. I'd like to think that if magically somehow a strike happened, you could just present all of the stuff and be like, but this. We'll see. I'm still waiting to see how a lot of this stuff gets, you know, if anybody eventually takes any of this stuff to court when it comes to DMCA strikes and all that shit on Twitch. Nobody so far has really fucked with it because the only people being hit are not like, it's not like Ninja or Shroud or whatever usually being hit. I would like to think that if it was, you know, they might actually try and maybe challenge the courts for once and actually get some more court action for disputing all of these stupid archaic laws about broadcasting and streaming and stuff that is really isn't covered yet properly by laws that are now 20 years old. The DMCA is 20 fucking years old, man. The hell was... Oh, it's the door to the truck. I'm like, what the hell was that loud metal clang in the middle of a field here? If I had my metal detector with me, I'd tell you. Okay, do we see any people? Last time I came this way, I heard folks that were hiding around in the depot over here. The yard. In Hobbit Yard. Dun-dun. 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 Do-do-do. Yes, it's the Tigwick Orchestra performing the Jaws theme. Oh, there's some fancy fun fighting happening over in the mall. Do we dare? Do we dare? I also need player kills eventually. I didn't really want to fuck with them, but I do actually need player kills too with a silenced shotgun. If I just happen to get those, I'm not going to cry. Wonder if we should sneak head on or to the side. Well, we're already here. I guess I might as well just sneak right in. Don't know what other kind of people join these 6 a.m. raids, you know? Hopefully they're people like me who don't really want to be in here and really just want to try and get out. Hello? 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 My friggin' thing keeps resetting back to 50. Oh, look at that. You can actually... Oh, that's neat. You can actually watch the dot crawl down as you zero it. Check that out. 50, 100, 50, 100, 50, 100. I've never watched that before. That's pretty cool. That is directly above my head. And I think right over there is the Kilahole. So it's... Or is it behind us? It might actually be around the corner behind us. I heard noise. Now, is that a scab over here? Or is that a scab above us? Fighting with all the people up there? Holy shit. Somebody is doing work upstairs. Above my head, in-game, in this mall, is a fucking fight. Somebody's been through here. Ah, somebody's definitely been through here because the weapons box was open. Let's just make sure that we're not being snuck up on. Yeah, maybe that guy went up right into a fight. Can't see, can't see, can't see. Definitely don't want to go up. Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, so they're like right at the top of that, having a fight up there. Sounds like. Wonder if the guy's doing the same thing I'm doing, because there's a silent something going off. It could very well be another silent shotgun. Are we doing the same quest, buddy? Are we trying to achieve the same dream? It's definitely the Kilahole. But these guys are closer than that. They're like right up there. Now the only other thing is that this is the other side of that escalator. So there could be somebody there too. And of course there's always the Kilahole and whoever wants to come down. Oh, hello. I saw that. I just don't really want to have to commit going around the corner and facing off. I don't know who's here. And I'd rather deal with one threat at a time, especially if I know where that threat is. Pretty sure earlier I saw somebody run across the grill, that metal grilling there, that Good man. Feel like I'm between a rock and a hard place. I don't really want to go up this hole. But they were having a fight over here, so I think if we're gonna go up this way, I have to grenade, but that kind of announces that we're here. So this is gonna be interesting. I haven't opened that door. Can't see me from the killer hole. Let's see, what do we have? This should be furniture on my right. Secret stairs it is. Fuck. Well, I tagged him because there's blood on the wall behind him, but I missed the first shot. Wonder if that was the guy who was ahead of us slightly. Or if that was just one of the guys that had been involved in the previous fights. I don't know the answer to that question, but I'm curious. Oh, what was he shooting us with? Ah, I missed it. It was something suppressed and quick. Thinking like, I don't think it, well, it wasn't like super duper quick. It was just like quick. So I don't know. I don't think it was an MP7. It might have just been an M4. I wasn't looking too hard. I was mostly just trying to blow his brains out, which we kind of failed at, didn't we? Why did I not already sell the Sega? Let's see. I want to silence this P90. Also, what's it loaded with? Oh, good. What's on the front? Got our stock, we got our upper, we got our barrel, muzzle thingy. Okay, so we want something linked to this, right? Attenuator. I'm assuming that's what I want. That's got to be the silencer. The attenuator. Wait, what? Oh, it's that old gag. There we go. Okay, we got our silenced P90, which was also, it's also going to need some sort of, what do we have? What do we have? What can we put on the top here? What is this for? Why? What does it do? Oh, it's a reflex that you can put in there. What? What? Okay, that's not true. I've rarely used a P90, but I'm gonna use a P90 this time. Oh shit, look at that. Little reflex sight. Is it worth using this reflex sight, or should I... It's quick. Or should I put something real on there? It's just like... I guess it's kind of small. It's quick though, eh? Look at that. Huh. Okay, shut up, we'll heal you. Oh my god, please shut up. I don't think we're gonna use that. It's cute, but... What? Why are you not... What the fuck? Thank you. But let's see what else we can get. Mount. Okay. Nope, not filtered by item. Linked. No. Is it the upper that it's part of? Oh, it's the upper that it's part of. Is there a different upper? Are there two different uppers? Oh, there's the PS90, the P90, and a slightly different upper receiver that has a mount directly on top. Oh, hello. I think this is the one that I want. Yes, where you can put a regular scope on it like this. Oh, that looks so weird. Look at that. That looks so strange. But it shoots. It shoots. So yeah, let's try it out. I got another one in the bank. Why not, right? Gotta figure out where I put all of my... There they are. I don't know. How many of these do people normally bring in? How fast does this gun go through ammunition? Oh, I won't even have enough. I gotta buy more. Okay. Check ourselves out in our... Oh, I'm gonna sell that along with that. What is in this anyway? BT. Okay, well I'm gonna sell the magazine. Keep the ammunition. At least this forces me to offload some of my crap too. Look at this. Look at all this stuff I'm finding that I needed anyway. Look at that. Now we're set. Now we're set. Okay, I think I've rid myself of stupid guns I didn't really need to have in there. Get into a scab raid. Sorry for all the time spent in my inventory. I'll make it up to you. With quality content. Which involves me usually dying. You know what? This whole time, I could have had tunes going for us, guys. This whole time I could have had the tunes going, and instead I was sitting in my inventory in silence, moving shit around. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. On with another Sega 9. This time with my own splint, my own bandages. I can jump off a roof, break one leg, I'll be okay. Break two legs, I'm screwed. Simple math. Depending on what kind of crackers I just picked up, I might be able to use those as a splint. Some of those crackers are fucking stiff, man. Kiba's been hit. You can hear it from here. I thought I heard somebody else nearby. But it might just be interchange sounds. Nope. They must be in Kiba, right? Yeah. Come on. Done this dance before. Oh, somebody else is doing it.
Хороший вы, блядь, человек. Это что за хрень?
Okay, let's go the long way.
Да, пожрать бы, конечно, не помешало. Интересно, сходить.
I just fucking saw you, buddy. Didn't I? I saw somebody. Oh, yeah, there's a head over there. Hmm. Okay. I don't really want to be in here, but I also didn't want to be over there. We have 6 minutes to either flank or leave. I guess we'll take a peek. I'm definitely not going to move all the way up, because that would be stupid. And I wonder if I've just left that guy to his own devices, essentially, to figure shit out for himself. What I was kind of expecting was that he may have even run all the way out here and been ready to like ambush me. But I don't really know. Maybe he escaped, but I'm pretty sure his head was still wandering around there when I was repositioning. I don't know what to make of that. I don't know, we may have to worry about encountering him on the way out. Who knows, depending on his timing. I'm not necessarily the fastest scav. I'm also running diagonally, so I'm not running directly away from the mall. And if he was running from, if he went down to Idea first or something, could still run into each other. We're very, very close to the exit. So I am hyper focused on hopefully extracting the scav. Also, I don't know where this accent came from. It just sort of manifested itself when I determined I was going to get this scav out. Hopefully the accent goes away with the scav. Hey, we got him out. Hey, and the accent went away too. Weird. Well, success. That was nice. I think we can probably handle another couple here. Let's see what we got ourselves a new Bitcoin too. Vano Sylvester, you survived, friend. You escaped. You know what? We're gonna get rid of that. Freaking don't care about that. Yeah, you got out, buddy. I'm so proud of you. You are such a trooper. Let's strip you of all of your belongings. And then take away your only method of defense and send you on your way back out into the wilderness. Congratulations. Good luck. Good luck, Scav. Okay, now I'll turn the music back on since we'll be in my inventory for all of a minute. See. Yeah, we'll just do more interchange. Why not? Need to get rid of a bunch of this keys that don't matter. And that SSD's got to go somewhere. So funny, I have no room left for shoreline keys in my shoreline suitcase. Why do I have another one of those in my inventory? Oh, I forgot to sell off all this extra shit too. Okay, that's more like it. Wait a second. Oh no, I'm going through another rabbit hole of friggin' things I don't need. Maybe I'll use up the trooper before I keep on using up my better one. Keep finding treasures of things I've stashed away to use later and then forget to use later. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, we don't need... Well, maybe I'll... If I have any... I'm gonna say we don't really need food and water, but if I have... if I have something to eat and something to drink, I will make my character bring it in. Oh, I have Aquamari, but I don't want to bring in Aquamari because I can use that separately. I don't think I have any other drinks, so we'll probably just go in then. Oh, Twitter. Sometimes I love Twitter. I have such silly interactions with people that are so wholesome. I've heard this track I don't know how many times because I only usually get this far in the playlist. Eventually I'll let the playlist play all the way through on stream one day, but there's a lot of good music in here, you know? There's a lot of tracks, a lot to do. I wonder, in fact, how many songs are in this playlist? There's at least like 50 songs, maybe not 50, but maybe 50, 40. There's a lot of songs, and I've already been through a bunch, so like, yeah, I'll have to check. I think there's a lot of synthwave in the Harris Heller Stream Beats synthwave playlist. I think there's a decent amount. I think there's enough to, you know, if you keep it going all the way through, unlike I do, where I kind of started at the beginning again, I think you can hear a lot of quality music in there. There's a lot of opportunity to hear some good bangers. How long are we gonna be waiting for players? Come on, Interchange, shouldn't be this bad. Drop us in. Just put us in a session, man. Just drop us right in there. Or not. Why are we waiting so long, game? What's going on? What have we done? Have I incurred the wrath of Nikita? Did I say something wrong? Did I not drink enough vodka earlier? Did I drink too much vodka earlier? Did I not sacrifice the right animals? Come on, game. Let me in. We're like this close to getting into a session. Come on. Come on. My ping's not even misbehaving tonight. Like, we've actually had 0 issues tonight. It's 40 minutes after the time when we normally have issues, and we have 0 issues tonight. Huh? That's great. But I want to get into my game too, right? Yep. Would love to get into the game. Doop 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 doo. This still probably won't top the time that I sat here and talked for 20 minutes while this counted. Because that did happen. There was a time, not that long ago, where the counter kept on counting and there was no end in sight. We just kind of had to wait and hope that it would put us into a game eventually. And that number got up to 20 minutes. I was here talking for 20 minutes straight about absolutely nothing. Holy crap, it only took 5 minutes or so to put us into a session. Is this going to be like the most desynchronized session, or what's going on here, right? I think what this is that this is demonstrating, okay, you know what this might actually be? So BSG has recently changed the behavior of servers and getting into games with a patch, a hotfix, whatever you want to call it, on the servers. Well, actually, no, I think it's both sides, server and client, where it attempts to mitigate late spawn issues. And I believe the way they claim to do it is simply by making everybody wait for the slowest player, and the slowest player, if too slow, will simply be dropped, like disconnected, and then they can reconnect or whatever if they're having issues. But ideally it'll just be that as long as they don't drop below some threshold of being too bad, it'll still try to finish loading everybody in at the same time, which means waiting that much longer, it sounds like, or it felt like there, for the slowest person. If the slowest person ends up being on a hard drive, maybe they have the game installed on a hard drive, maybe their connection is good enough to play, but it's not, amazing. So maybe there's like a little bit of back and forth between the server and their game client, and it's a little spotty. And so the rest of us are all like, yeah, no, we're ready anytime. And the game server is like, yeah, no, I'm almost there, guys. Just this one guy. Just give him a sec. They'll be ready soon. Maybe that's what it's like. Who knows? I don't know. But I get the feeling that change is what we're feeling. Taking that 7 and 39. Thank you. I was expecting to see a scab over here, and maybe kill one. Ooh. Maybe. Maybe, baby. To the bus! No, 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 no. Already people inside the mall, duking it out, having their battle. Oh crap. That sounded like it might have been outside. Go see if anybody's here. Besides what I just heard, which was definitely something. I thought I heard something out there before. Gonna have to work our way around the outside of the mall because we weren't fast enough to get in when everybody else got in. So we don't really want to run in the front door necessarily, although, I don't know, some people do. Some people's guides, if you look at them online, they tell you, you know what? Even if you're late, just run in the front door, but just run in the front door in a way that, you know, people probably aren't expecting you right away, maybe. Because usually people have moved on by now too, right? Like, they're not going to be at the front door either. Oh, look at that. Just before 9 o'clock, and now the connection issues start. The dropped frames. Ah, okay. So the time has moved, but the issue is still there. Good to know. Good to know. Let's hope that it does not ruin my ability to finish this one. Notice that I am now choosing to go to the front of the mall. Like I said before, was maybe not. I don't know. Half a dozen, 6 of these, who knows, right? If I get murdered, I get murdered. Aha! Where are you? Hello? Where? What? Where are you hiding? Where'd you go? I'm gonna shoot you. You dead yet? Nope. Probably should have put in, I don't know. I don't know if this ammo is actually okay and I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I need better ammo. Maybe I needed something. I don't know. Oh, you know what? That had to be him chewing on that with tier 4. So that's fair. I had to dump all that because of the level 4 armor. Should have put a friggin' flashlight on, man. Go check the other body. That one right there. He's got a Taz. Fuck you. No wonder he hurt my arm. Somebody's running. Don't know if they're running around there or running up there. Could be running around to the safe house. Safe room. Could be a scav. Often a scav around here. That's an all too familiar sound. Safe room's not even open unless it was already taken. Are people so quick? Are they so quick? They must be, right? Okay. Thanks, but nope. Kiba's been hit. Now I can hear that too. Oh, and now my ping is starting to actually be affected too. So yeah, I know the time just moved now. That's weird. I mean, I could just run up the stupid hole. It's just a P90. Ooh. Is that killer? Go find out. Why is it so quiet? Where the fuck is everybody? Who is just shooting? God damn, Kiva. Is that underneath us? Is that above us? Could be beneath us. Huh, I seriously can't tell if that's actually down here, out and like that way, or even further upstairs. Yeah, audio in this game is kind of fucked. It could have been somebody out that way. From the front to the back. Okay, so that's the backpack or no backpack. So technically, I think we can just go a hole in the fence, can't we? Yep. See if we can just go hole in the fence. I think it's like right there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Didn't kill anybody. Didn't really do anything useful. Oh wait, did we? No, we killed 2 scavs, but we didn't really do anything useful. I mean, I guess we got the lay of the land a little bit. I just didn't feel like that was much aside from like trying to figure out where all the fighting was actually happening and then missing out on all the good fighting. So hopefully next time we'll have a better opportunity to just do better in general. But with that, guys, we are gonna wrap it up. We're gonna move it on somewhere else. I'm gonna host somebody pretty quick here and hopefully move you on to somebody chill as I am. Enjoy your evenings. Thank you so much for spending time with me and supporting me and Pyrex with the raid and all the love. I love you guys and want to thank you genuinely from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me that you're here. And yeah, I hope I can see you again soon. I hope I should be back again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel. So I'll catch you guys then. Okay. Have a good one.